everybody, my name is Justice and this is the vlog through Life POV, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to avoid getting played by a guy that you're talking to or a guy that you're interested in. And it's interesting because I know you guys might ask your female friends how to do it, but you should hear from a guy's point of view, and that's what I'm going to give you today. So the first point that I want to make to you is you have to be straightforward. I mean, you can't go in saying, "Oh, I'm just gonna go and see where it goes," and just go with the flow, and you meet them, and everything's going good, and then you end up getting played. You have to be very straightforward because let me tell you something. If you tell him off the bat what you're looking for and what you want, then you're gonna cut down half of those players, because half of them are gonna say, "You know what? I don't want to deal with this. I don't even want to try," and they'll move on to someone else that's gonna be easier. Because we all know what they want, right? They want to just get in your pants and then leave, right? So, we don't want that, obviously. Unless you want that. I mean, it's cool. Ain't nobody going to judge you about it. But I'm just saying, this is directly for the people that are looking for the love that everybody wants. And guess what? I'm going to tell you how to do it. So that's point number one. All right, number two, okay? Also intertwined with point number one. But number two being, you don't have to have sex unless you don't want to. Alright, and you can say that out loud, which comes with number one about being straightforward. You say that, "I don't want to have sex," okay? And I know that sounds kind of basic, and he's going to be like, okay. Now, like I said, half of the guys are going to, not try, and half are going to say, I'm still going to try. Why not? It's fun. This is the game. It's all a game, right? So, you tell him that. But not only that, you don't just say it. You have to act upon it, okay? No alone time. Or at least on a bed or anything like that. You oh, you want to come over and watch a movie? Well, if you're all alone, or even if you're not alone, if you're in the room or whatever, like that is something that you can't really do, because you're gonna put yourself in a situation where it's gonna be like, wow, like he has the opportunity to try something. Now, if you're okay with going over to someone and laying in bed with them and watching a movie, and then things are happening, and then you're just saying no, 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 eventually you might cave in and say yes, and then what happens? You get played. Which is why, you don't always have to hang out alone in a setting where it's easy for something like that to happen. Now, everyone wants alone time, so that's where the part where you have to play the cards based on the situation, location, and how you feel comfortable with that person that you're talking to or you're interested in. So, that's the thing. He's going to ask you, "Oh, you want to come over and, watch a movie or hang out, Netflix and chill, whatever." And, he's a guy, so most likely he's trying to smash. So, I mean, you have to really be careful about that kind of situation. And also, you don't want to have sex with someone but you feel like they're going to like you more. I mean, that is completely wrong. It's absurd. You should not do it, because it does not mean anything. There is not any person out there or any guy out there that has never, kind of like the girl had sex with her and he was like, "Oh man, I love her so much." I mean, it doesn't happen. I mean, it's very rare. I'm sure it's happened a couple times, but you don't want to go by that, because that's how you get played, and you don't want that to happen. Number tres, okay? Number three, don't let yourself get attached. Now, I know that sounds hard, but, for example, why don't you ever think of it this way? How about you're the guy? Think of it as you're the player, and you're going to play him. I'm telling you, sometimes just don't text them back for a couple hours, even a day. Like guys do with the girls all the time. Why can't girls do with the guys? And you have to look at it that way. Look at it like an ugly guy's trying to talk to you on Facebook or Instagram, right? And you don't want to talk to him. What do? You leave him. You hardly give him attention. Sometimes don't even answer him back. So, you should look at it that way. If you're always texting them and you're always wanting to hang out with them and all this stuff, you're gonna you're gonna get used to talking to them, and you're always gonna be waiting for their response. But if you're it's called the cat and string theory. If you are making it hard for him to catch you, then he's gonna want you more and more and more, and you could actually make him have feelings for you before you have feelings for him. Because if he's like, wow, like this girl, especially if it's a really good looking guy, and he knows it, that's where you can get this happen, because he's going to have all these females thrown at him, and if you're that one that's really making it difficult for just to hang out, even just to talk, he's gonna be all on you and wanting you, okay? And the harder you make it for him to get with you or to hang out with you, the more he's gonna want you, okay? And that's just basics. That's the basic of the basic, you know. 4. This is very important. And I know a lot of you girls out there ignore this so many times, and it makes me want to scream, okay? But number 4 is look at his track record. If he has consistently played girls over the times, or he has had no relationships ever, or it's been years, what do you think? And if he's a good-looking guy, you're gonna get played, okay? Because a lot of guys have their mind set up a certain way, okay? And there are guys out there that just don't want relationships, and they never do. They just don't want one. They could be with the most beautiful, most perfect girl in the world, perfect personality, everything, and they still will give it up for a piece of ass that is worth nothing, okay? It happens all the time. And you know, a lot of these guys don't want commitment. They just don't want it no matter what. And, you know, eventually, down the road, I'm hoping that they would maybe want a relationship down the road. But at this point, I mean, if you're looking at his track record and you ask your friends and you find out, all right, well, he's played this girl, or he's only talked to this girl, and then that ended, and he really never had anything serious. I mean, if he's 20 years old and he's never had one serious relationship, then what does that tell you? I mean, did he really never click with people that many times where he didn't have at least one serious relationship? I mean, most likely, you know, he's not interested. And like I said, these guys, you know, I'm not bashing any of these guys. Some are very straightforward, and some are deceitful, and they will try to trick you. And that's why they call it the game, you know. Like I said, if he has a track record of being a player, then don't even talk to him. It's no point. There's really no point. Unless you want a platonic relationship, there is absolutely no point in talking to this kind of guy. You know, unless you want to have like a friends with benefits kind of thing, just because you think he's so attractive. But most likely you're risking yourself to catch feelings, because a lot of these guys are very charismatic and they're funny, and you know, they're really good at what they do. And that's why they get so many females, because they're usually a combination of good looking and charisma, and that's what happens because they're just very attractive in all forms, okay? The final point is that if this man really wants you, he will try his best to get you. And there's a difference between a guy trying to get in your pants versus a guy that wants to be with you and wants to get to know you. And, you know, he asks you questions about what you like to do, and you guys get into deep intellectual conversations about life and about each other. I think that one thing that you can say when you talk to them, and it doesn't have to be the first thing you say when you meet them, but something that you could throw in there is that, you know, I don't have sex with people unless it's my boyfriend. And with that being said, that will really scare a lot of them away as well, because, you know, if you think in the mind of a player, even if he really does want you, what's he going to do? Is he really going to sit there and make an official relationship, post it on Facebook, Instagram, and cut off all of his girls just so he can have sex with you one time or two times? You know, most likely not. Most likely not, you know, and that's something that I would also say. Which doesn't mean that, you know, after 1 or 2 weeks you start dating. You know, I would give it a couple months. It's a waiting game, you know, and if the longer he waits, the longer you make him wait for it, then the more you know that he wants you, okay? If he waits a whole year, you know, if you guys are like talking for like 6 months and then you start dating at 7, and then it's been a year and then you finally have sex, most likely he's not gonna play you, you know? So that's my 5 points. I hope you enjoyed them. We're going to be putting out more videos soon. This is my vlog, Justice Stains, okay? And like I said, share this with somebody that you think that needs this. If you need it, or share it with somebody, send it to one of your friends, because everybody has that one friend that's getting their heart broken left and right, and we're tired of hearing them cry about it. So send them this video, and thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a good day.